All right, what is up, guys? I'm Adam. Raise your hand if you've seen me before. You guys recognize me? You may have seen me before because I help out with the PTSM staff, and I used to, for more than a year, actually helped out on Sunday mornings here at the weekend. So it's good to be back with you all. All right, and so we are going to ask a question. Open up with a little survey. Raise your hand if you have seen Frozen 2. Who's seen Frozen? Not one. Two. Yes, Frozen 2. You've seen Frozen 2. All right. Well, those of you who are Frozen 2 fans, you're going to love today's message because we're actually opening the message watching a clip from the film. Check it out.
Lion.
Grizzly bear.
Monster.
Brown bear.
Angry face.
Black bear. Hans.
Unredeemable monster.
Greatest mistake of your life.
Wouldn't even kiss you.
Villain.
Oh.
We all kind of got it.
Okay, Olaf, you're up.
Okay. So much easier now that I can read. Lightning round, boys against girls.
Okay, I'm ready. Go. Unicorn. Ice cream. Castle. Oaken. Teapot. Mouse. Oh, Elsa!
I don't think Olaf should get to rearrange. Doesn't matter. This is gonna be a cinch. Two sisters, one mind.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. You got this, Elsa. Anytime. Just do it with your body. Nothing. Air. Tree. People. Treeple. But that's not a word. Oh, shovel boy. Teeth? Oh, doing the dishes.
Polar bear.
Hey,
Sorry.
you gotta give me something. Alarmed. Distracted. Worried? Panicking? Disturbed. Oh, come on, you definitely look disturbed. Ugh.
We won.
Rematch? Oh, you know what? I think I'll turn in. Are you okay? Just tired. Good night.
Yeah, I'm tired too. And Sven promised to read me a bedtime story, didn't you, Sven?
Did I?
Oh, you do the best voices. Like when you pretend to be Kristoff and you're like, I just need to go talk to some rocks about my childhood and stuff.
How about you guys start without me?
Did Elsa seem weird to you?
She seemed like Elsa.
That last word really seemed to throw her. What was it?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know, but
Ice? Oh, come on. She couldn't act out ice? I better go check on her. Thanks, honey. Love you.
All right. Well, you might be wondering, why are we watching Frozen 2? What does that have to do with today's talk? Well, before I do that, I'm going to reward you guys because you guys have been very good today. Do you guys like candy? I know it's early in the morning. Oh, you guys like candy. Okay, there you go. Who else likes candy? Who likes candy? All right, there you go. Who else likes candy? There you go. Oh, there you go. Who else? Oh, there you go. Whoa, boom, boom. Oh, there you go. Okay, all right. You might get more candy if you guys continue being very well behaved. Make sure that you're paying attention. No one's on their phone. During discussion time, make sure you're talking to your breakout leader, and we'll possibly give out some more candy. All right. So you might be wondering, what in the world does Frozen 2 have today's talk? Well, I'm glad you asked. Raise your hand if you have a best friend. Best friend. Who's got a best friend? Best friend? Yeah, most of us, right? I got a best friend. Best friend is someone that's always there for you. You know they have your back. You know that if you're not there and somebody's talking smack about you, you know they're going to defend you. You can tell them your deepest, darkest secrets, and they're not going to judge you because you know, hey, they're friends with them. I can trust this person, a best friend. Maybe before COVID, you used to spend a lot of time at their house. They might have come over to your house. You know their family. You might be so comfortable with them that when they're at your house, if your family is arguing or fighting in front of them, you're like, I'm okay with that. I'm being real. They know my family's not perfect. They're not going to judge my family. That's fine. But here's the kicker. You really know you're best friends with somebody if, when you're at their house, you raid their kitchen and eat their food without even asking. That is when you know you are truly comfortable with a friend. So a best friend is somebody who's on a different level than your typical friends. Best friends can sometimes be more like family, even though you're not actually related to them. One of my best friends, I think we have a picture of him. His name is Billy Ashmore. Do we got a picture of him, Austin? There he is. There he is. That's Billy holding the camera. That's his wife, Sheena. That's me. And then his two sons, Liam and Pierce. They've actually, since that picture was taken a couple years ago, added a third child to the mix, baby Eden, a daughter. Billy and I have been really good friends since we were at college at Indiana Wesleyan University. Get this, more than 15 years ago. Yeah, I know that seems like a really long time because most of you aren't even 15 years old yet. And so it is a long time. There's very few friends that I've had that close of a relationship with for that long of time. But that's me and Billy. You know, we can be totally real with each other. I go over, even though they live in Flower Mound, I drive all the way over. I was just actually there on Friday. I spent the whole day with them at their house. When they're over here shopping at Stonebriar, anytime they're in Frisco, we hang out. I've stayed at their house, spent holidays with them. They are more like family to me. Matter of fact, those two boys, Liam and Pierce, I'm actually kind of like a godparent to them. They don't have official godparent titles in their family, but I'm kind of like that. Actually, Billy and Sheena call me Uncle Adam, even though I'm not a relative, in front of the boys. And actually, when the little guy, Pierce, was born, I was the first person to visit them at the hospital, and I was the first person, other than his parents and the nurses, to hold baby Pierce. Yeah, that is quite the honor. I beat all the other relatives there. I had the first honors of that. Matter of fact, we're such good friends that Billy was instrumental in getting me to move to North Texas. Back in 2015, I'd been living in Seattle for 5 years, and in 2015, I moved 2,000 miles across the country. One of the main reasons was so that I could be closer to my best friend. And that might seem weird to you, like you moved across the country for a friend. Yeah, for a lifelong friend like Billy, you don't just find friends like that anywhere. So think in your head, who is your best friend? And that leads us to breakout number 1. And here's your questions. We always start with an icebreaker. Who is your favorite best friend character on TV? That might seem confusing. Let me break it down. Think of your favorite TV show, the main character. Who are their friends? Got it? Okay, that's the first breakout question. Breakout question 2, what's way a friend can be more like family, like Billy is to me? And 3, why do you think it's important to have friends who feel like family? Go. Give you guys 2 more minutes. Give you guys about 1 more minute to wrap it up. You guys about 10 more seconds to wrap it up. All right, let's bring it back. Middle school, let's bring it back. All right, during this series, we've talked about, and this is week 3 of this series. In week 1, to kick it off, we had Evan share how loving your family is how your faith can make an impact. 2 weeks, Imani talked about how your family doesn't have to be perfect for God to use it. And last week was our combined worship service outside, so we didn't have the weekend. So that's where we are in our series. And during this series, we spent time talking about different things about our families that impact our lives for better or for worse. And while family is a really important thing to talk about, I know that for some of you, this whole series, if you've been here for 1 or 2 of the previous weeks, this series might seem a little bit off. Because while I've been talking about family, all you've been able to think about is that your family situation is, well, different. For some of you, this is because you don't have the kind of family that everyone else has. Maybe you only have one parent in your life, like I did when I was growing up, because my parents got divorced at a young age, and I was raised by my mom. So if that's you, I can relate to you with that. Or maybe your mom took off when you were younger, and today you have no idea where she is. Or maybe your dad's life is such a mess that you're not allowed to be around him. Or maybe it's because you're adopted, and while that's awesome, and here at Preston Trail, we are massive advocates. We are for adoption. We think it's amazing. You feel, though, like that makes your family different. So if any of those situations are true for you, all eyes up here, I want you to hear this, that I'm sorry, and that's not your fault. For others of you, you're struggling because, well, the family you have isn't the family you want. Maybe you wish your mom didn't spend all of her time working with her job so that she could just spend a little bit more time with you. Or maybe that your dad would just care a little bit more about what's going on in your life. Or maybe that your older siblings just wouldn't be so mean to you. Or on the other hand, maybe you wish that you had some siblings to begin with because you're an only child. Maybe your family is dealing with some really dark secrets that no one else knows about. Things like addiction, abuse, cheating, or divorce. And anytime you hear somebody else talk about their family or go over to a friend's house, you can't help but feel that I wish my family were more like them. Or maybe sometimes you even kind of feel like, I actually wish they were my family. Or maybe you struggle to talk about family because you don't have one. Sure, originally you came from a family physically of some sort, but for whatever reason, you're not with them anymore. Maybe both of your parents passed away when you were young, or maybe they got into trouble and they're not able to take care of you. Or maybe you've never met one of your birth parents. That's actually the case for my brother's wife, Heather. I think we've got a picture of my family, my fam. There we are. There we are. There's me on the right, my younger brother, Alex, my older brother, Ryan, and that is Ryan's wife, Heather. My sister-in-law, Heather, who I love dearly, has never met her real dad. Yeah. So if that's true for you, Heather could relate to you. Or maybe you've never met either of your birth parents, and because of those reasons, you live with an aunt, an uncle, a neighbor, a foster parent, or a friend. And even though you may have adults in your life who genuinely care about you and love you, You can't help feeling, though, that makes your family different. You still struggle with that. Because you know they aren't the fam that you physically, originally came from. They aren't the family that you thought you'd have, the type of family that everybody else seems to have. The truth is, talking about family can be hard because for so many of us, family doesn't look the way that we thought it would look. We think other families are so perfect, or so much better, or have it all together. But for whatever reason, that's not the family we got. And honestly, that can leave us feeling completely and totally alone. That's going to lead us to our breakout number 2. And here's your questions. Who is one person outside of your family that feels like family to you? And secondly, how do we create a student ministry here that feels more like family? I want to hear some creative ideas. Go. That second question is, how do we create a student ministry here that feels more like family? Sorry, the second line doesn't look like it made it up on there. That's all right. Give you guys about 90 seconds. You guys, 30 seconds. All right, let's bring it back. You guys have been awesome thus far, so I'm going to reward you guys some more candy. Who wants candy? Who else wants it? Yeah? Yeah? Whoa, sorry, a little hard there. Sorry. All right, there you are. All right, that's all I got for now. All right, let's bring it back. Heard some good discussions. All right, shh. If you're feeling alone regarding your family situation, I want you guys to hear this. All eyes up here. If that's you, I want you to hear this, that you're not the only one. You're not. You're not alone. In fact, it's a feeling a lot of us have felt about our families. Not just today, but even for thousands of years. In the Bible, there's actually a story about two guys who are dealing with complicated family situations that I think can help us here. They were real guys that actually lived, even though it was thousands of years ago. Their names were David and Jonathan. David and Jonathan. And neither of them had what we would call typical family lives. David, at a young age, was called to live away from his own family. Didn't even get to stay with his family because the king of Israel, Saul, called him to go live and serve him. And who was Saul? Well, Saul was Jonathan's dad. As they lived and worked together, Jonathan and David became close friends, best friends, bros. Now, at first, this was no big deal because Saul also loved David. But soon enough, things began to change. You see, as king, Saul wanted to be seen as the greatest, most powerful, most beloved person in all of Israel. However, God's hand of blessing was on David. And soon he became very popular with the people. So much, in fact, that Saul began to feel jealous about David, somebody who he loved. He allowed jealousy to destroy his relationship with his son's best friend. And things got even worse because God then picked David to be the next king of Israel in Saul's place. And that took that jealousy that he had to another level. And Saul began to actually hate David. And I mean really hate him. So much, in fact, the Bible tells us he actually wanted David dead. Whoa. We went from loving someone, jealousy then led him to start hating David, and then that hatred, left unchecked, turned into murderous thoughts. And David actually had to flee for his life to get away from Saul after Saul tried to murder David on more than one occasion. Talk about some serious family dysfunction. See what I mean? Both David and Jonathan were in family situations that they didn't necessarily want or expect. David, like I said before, didn't even live with his family. And Jonathan, his dad, was trying to murder his best friend. You thought your family had issues. And oh yeah, as the king's son, Jonathan's title was, what are king's sons known as? What are they called? Princes, that's right. Good job. Princes, yeah. So Jonathan was a prince of Israel, which meant he could have been the next in line for the throne to succeed his father as king. And like his dad, he knew that God had picked David to be king instead of him. But unlike his dad, David didn't allow jealousy to destroy his relationship with David. Jonathan still supported and loved and had the back of his friend David, which shows you the character that that man had. Jonathan is the best friend that anyone would love to have. But because of all this dysfunction of Jonathan's dad trying to murder his best friend, that could have left David and Jonathan feeling completely and totally alone. But you know what? Because they had each other, that didn't happen. These guys had such an incredible friendship that they were actually more like brothers. And through these incredibly difficult challenges in their family situation, they were able to endure their friendship because they had each other's back. They supported us. They supported each other. They defended each other and protected each other through the most difficult of situations. They were the kind of friends who become like fam. The Bible describes their friendship like this. And for this, I need a volunteer to come up on stage who's really good at reading, has a nice, loud voice. Let's see. I think you were the first. Come on up here. Yep, come on up. Right here's the stairs. Yep, there you go. Hey, Austin, can we get the mic on? There we go. All right, what is your name?
Everett,
And what grade are you in?
6th.
And what school are you at?
Hayes.
Nice. All right, so Everett, right? Everett. All right, Everett, can we pull the screen up? Oh, there it is. It's all set. Read that nice and loud and nice and slow. Go ahead.
And Jonathan made a solemn pact with David because he loved him as he loved himself.
Say the location.
1 Samuel 18:3.
Thank you. Good job reading. I'll give you a little prize there. Okay, let's give him a round of applause. That was really well. Thank you. All right, I'm going to give you a high def sticker. There you go. Stay up here, Everett. We're going to break this down a little bit. And Jonathan made a solemn pact. Anybody know what solemn means? Kind of a big adult word, solemn. Does anybody know what that means? Anybody? No? Everett, do you know solemn? Solemn means serious. Yeah. It means serious. Mm-hmm. So Jonathan made a serious pact. Anybody know what a pact is? Any hands? Anybody know what a pact is? No? It's the big words, right? What's a pact? Yeah. It's like a promise. Yep. So, and in here it's talking about a promise before God. And it's saying, and Jonathan made a serious promise with David because he loved him as he loved himself. Now, even though we don't usually say this as people, most of us, if we were honest, we love ourselves. Sounds kind of weird. But yeah, most people love themselves. You probably know some people at school that love themselves a little too much, right? Ever you know somebody? Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about, right? No, but most people, yeah, we love ourselves. But this is saying that Jonathan actually loved David as much as he loved himself. That's rare. You may love your friends. You may really love your best friends, but do you really love them more than you love yourself? That'd be rare, right? Very rare. Again, showing the level of character integrity that Jonathan had. This guy was awesome. Everett, thank you so much, buddy. I'll take the mic. Let's give him a round of applause again. Good job, good job. Yes. I love the story of Jonathan and David for a lot of reasons, but the main one is because I think it shows us this, and it's our bottom line this morning, which means if you don't remember anything else about today's message, remember this. When mom and dad ask you in the car after church, what do they say usually? What'd you learn at church? This is what you remember to tell them. So everybody memorize this right now. Ready? There it is. Sometimes friends are more like family. Let's say it all together in the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes friends are more like family. Now, nudge somebody next to you if they're asleep, wake them up, and say it to them at your table. Good. So everybody say it. Sometimes friends are more like family. Yeah, sometimes friends are more like family. Yep. Sometimes friends are more like family. I'm actually going to let you, even though I don't see any phones out, you guys are really good, pull your phones out. This is one time in the message it's okay to have your phone out. Pull your phones out. Pull your camera app up. Yep. Seriously, leaders help them do that. Yes, we really want them to pull their phones up. This is the next step, how to apply the message. And take a picture of the screen right now. Yep. And then heart it and save it. I'll even wave at you, so I'm waving at your picture. Hi. If you have a phone, hurry up and take it. My arm's getting tired. This is getting awkward. Hurry. Hello. Hi. Okay, everybody got it? Heart it. Favorite it. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Everybody take it? Leaders, did everybody take it at your table? Who's got a phone? Okay. My arm's sorry. I'm going to put my arm down. Okay. Here's the thing. What is this Thursday? Middle school, what's on Thursday? Thanksgiving. That's right. Which means that for most of us, we're probably going to spend a lot of time with our family this week. Maybe a little too much time, because no one has a perfect family in here, which means probably a 99.9% chance that eventually sometime this week, your family's going to get on each other's nerves, and things aren't going to get kind of ugly. Yeah, it usually happens at the holidays, right? When that happens, maybe you're tempted to go up to your room, slam your door shut. I want you to pull this out. That's why I wanted you to heart it. Did you heart it and save it? Pull this out on Thursday or Friday or Saturday, whenever it is this week, that you start having a difficult time with your family. And I want you to remind yourself of this, that sometimes friends are more like family, that God has placed friends in your life that you might not be actually blood relatives to, related to, but God's placed people in your lives that can be like family. They're other family members to you. They're there for you. Like we said, not all families look the same, and sometimes, like for Jonathan and David, you find yourself in a situation where other people in your life feel more like family than the people you're actually related to. That's true. Adults, is that true? Sometimes we got friends that are much more comfortable around than our actual blood relatives or uncles or aunts. Yeah. Your friends, their parents, a coach, a teacher, a breakout leader sitting at your table, or a small group leader. Even the other members, the other students in your breakout or small group, sometimes God puts people in our lives to act like family. All eyes up here. I want you guys to hear this. If you are only attending PTSM on Sunday mornings, you guys are missing out on the most important thing we do here every week in PTSM. Because at Sunday Night Live, that's right, we have our small groups meeting. Yeah, and you might be thinking, looking at the table, this isn't a big group. Is it a small? It's a group, a small? What? Is this small groups? No. The weekend does not have small groups. These are breakouts. We're very intentional about using that word. Because at a small group at Sunday Night Live, you have the exact same leader every week. You have the exact same students that are divided. All our groups are divided by grade and gender, so they're the same gender and the same grade as you. You have the same students in your group every week. And so you can really get to know people, and you begin to trust each other, and you can be real. And those friends can become like your brothers and sisters. So when mom or dad asks you what you learned at church today, I'm going to challenge all of you to ask mom or dad, hey, can you bring me back tonight at 5:30 for Sunday Night Live? It goes 5:30 to 7:30. and you can see what a real small group is like. See, Sunday mornings, this is like a taste. It's like a taste. Breakouts are like a taste of what real small groups are like. But that happens on Sunday. Now you might be like, but I really like my breakout leader. I feel like I'd be cheating on them if I went and had another. No, because most of our breakout leaders actually go to Sunday Night Live and are in small groups. So leaders, look at your students and nod. Yes, I want you to come to Sunday Night Live. You should come to Sunday Night Live. Yeah, see, you're not cheating on them. It's okay. So we hope to see you guys back tonight at Sunday Night Live so you can experience what a real small group is like. Maybe you didn't realize this, but that's even part of what we do each week here at Preston Trail. We act as the family of God. We support and encourage each other no matter what, because that's what God calls us to do. He created us to do life with each other like a family. So look back at the person at the table and say, what's up, bro, or what's up, sis? Good, yeah, the family, yeah. What's up, bro? What's up, sis? Yeah. Even when he was on earth, Jesus had friends who became like his family. They were called his disciples. These were the men who were his closest friends and followers, and they became the people that Jesus did everything with. They were as close as family to him. In fact, he actually referred to them as his brothers. And as believers, they became part of the family of God. And in 2020, it's the same thing for us today. Whether this is the first time you've ever been here or you attend every single week, I want you to know that you have family here at PTSM. Yeah, you have family here. At PTSM, you have people who will support, love, and encourage you no matter what you've done. Maybe your family at home is awesome. Or maybe, like we talked about a few minutes ago, maybe your family doesn't look the way that you thought it would. Or maybe you have no family at all. No matter what your situation is at home, I want you guys to hear this, that you have family here. The family of God. Your brothers and sisters in Jesus, if you're a Christian, to walk with you through this life. Now, I don't know everybody in this room. This might be the first time you've ever gone to a church before, and you're thinking, Adam, I'm not a Christian. My parents aren't exactly what you would call religious. I don't even know if I believe in Jesus. That's okay. We're glad to have you here. And you're part of our PTSM fam. We love you, but more importantly, Jesus loves you. We have a beautiful phrase here at Preston Trail. It says this, that you can belong before you believe. Getting a lot of blank stares right now. Let me explain that. I'll break that down. You can belong here at PTSM. You can be part of our PTSM fam before you believe like the rest of us. Before you're a Christian, before you believe in Jesus, you are still part of our PTSM fam, regardless of where you are with your journey with Jesus. You're part of our fam. And that leads us to our final breakout. First question, how might knowing that you are part of the family of God change the way you feel about family? And two, how might knowing that you are part of the family of God change the way you feel about God? Go. Leaders, you have the questions on your breakout guides. You can check your guides if you can't see the follow-up question. Give you guys one more minute. Thirty seconds. All right, let's bring it back. All right, now maybe you're sitting here thinking, yes, Adam, I know exactly that person in my life that I'm not related to, but they're like my fam. If that's you, great. I'm glad you already know that. Here's my next step for you. If that's you, here's the next step. Ready? Let that person or people know this week that you appreciate them. That could be a note card, could be a text. If you're on social media, you can give them a shout out and tag them on it. Let them know you appreciate them. You might be thinking like, they already know how I feel about them. I don't need to tell them again. Here's the thing. Raise your hand if you love your mom. Who loves their mom? I'm a subscribed mama's boy. I got no problem admitting that. Yeah, you love your mom. There's a film line in a movie that said, where a character says, even bad men love their mamas. Yeah. So we love our moms. Most of us love our moms. Yeah. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. If you love your mom, keep your hands up. Put your hand down if you've only told your mom that you loved her once. Why did no hands go down? You tell your mom you love her more than once? Why? You can put your hands down. Why do you tell? No, you tell your mom you love her all the time. Why? She already knows. She knows. Why do you need to? She loves hearing it and encourages her. Same thing with your friends who are like your fam, your best friends. Shoot them a text today. Let them know that you appreciate them. Thanks for letting me be a part of your family. I was just with Billy on Friday, and I told Billy and his wife Sheena, I said, I appreciate you guys. I love being part of your fam. Let them know. Or maybe you're sitting here thinking, Adam, that all sounds great, and I wish I had those kind of people in my life. But honestly, I don't feel like I know who they are, and I don't even know where I'd find friends like that. If that's you, here's your next step. Number 1, bring more people into your friend circle. Bring more people into your friend circle. Think outside of just your classmates, people your age. Think of people that are even older than you that can speak truth into your life. That could be a coach, a teacher, family friend, your breakout leader sitting at your table. So, and probably the best place to find, you guys want a secret? Best place to find this person that can become a person like can be fam to you that you can look up to who's older? Your small group leader at Sunday Night Live. Yeah, they're the perfect person for this. They're the perfect person for this. So the first step is bring more people into your friend circle. The second step is that. Identify at least one person who you know who could be like family, include them in more parts of your life. Hang out with them. Be real with them. Don't just tell them about the good things that are happening, but also the things that you're struggling with. They can become like fam. I promise you, if you do that, it's going to be worth it. You're not going to regret it. Because bringing more people into your life will expand your fam. And remember, sometimes friends are more like family. In closing, one of the best parts about following Jesus is that we gain a family. Church and our small group can become like a second home, a place to be safe, to be heard, to be known, and to be loved. That's what God originally intended the church to be. Jesus knew that life wouldn't always be easy, that we would need other people to do life with, that we would need a fam between these walls. Our hope is that you find PTSM in a Sunday Night Live small group to be that for you. A place where you can belong and be loved. A place where you can find your fam. Because sometimes friends are more like family. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for these students. Thank you for bringing them to here today. We know not one of them is here by accident. Lord, I pray that you use this message and the words that came from you, not from me, but that you would pierce their hearts and help them to apply it to their lives. Help them to recognize that if they already have friends in their life that are like family, have them encourage them and shoot them a text or reach out to them and tell them how much they appreciate letting them be a part of their family, even though they're not blood relatives. And then for the students that don't have best friends in their life that are like family, I pray that you help them to, like we talked about this week or in the next couple weeks, to make their friend group bigger, to expand the circle, to bring new people in their life. Pray for the students that have never come to Sunday Night Live. I pray that they come tonight at 5:30 so that they can experience the sense of community and belonging and trust that can only happen in a small group. Pray your blessing and protection for all the students who are not here today, who are traveling for Thanksgiving. I pray that you would help these students to remember on Thursday when we are feasting, to remember what Thanksgiving is all about and remember who we are giving thanks to, that it's to you, Lord, who have given us all the blessings we have in our lives, including our friends and family. Pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.